The late Hochoy Charles has been honored by the Tobago House of Assembly during his funeral service, which took place on Thursday at the Shaw Park complex. Announcements to pay tribute to the first Chief Secretary were made.
First Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, Hochoy Charles, has been awarded posthumously. During Thursday's funeral, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine informed the THA has expressed plans to honor Mr. Charles for years, but this has been refused by him as he wished to achieve Tobago's autonomy first.
I have the distinguished privilege to present to his wife and his family, in the presence of Her Excellency, the President of the Republic, the Honorable Prime Minister, and the Chief Justice, the Tobago Medal of Honor Gold that we have been storing for him.
Chief Secretary Augustine also informed the library, including all his documents, will be developed so his knowledge can be shared. Mr. Augustine added a room was prepared for hospice care for Mr. Charles and will remain in his honor.
The executive of the THA has asked that the TRHA return all the things that we had in that room, and we will leave that room for hospice care in his honor at Randy's. The Office of the Chief Secretary recently began returning its offices to Collar Hall, and the Collar Hall Administrative Complex will now be renamed the Hochoy Charles Administrative Complex.
Chief Secretary Augustine also shared his efforts to achieve Tobago's autonomy will continue.
The last piece of work Mr. Charles did with the team was to review all of the iterations and proposals that were sent from Tobago to the Parliament over the years, have them summarized, and to conclusively, in a matrix, establish what are the elements that Tobagoans have said they want in this bill. That body of work will be passed on to the Parliament.
Daughter of Mr. Charles, Nicole Charles Farmer, expressed gratitude for the support offered. Describing her father as a man who loved people and Tobago, she assured his memory will live on. Ring band keepsakes were distributed by the family to all in attendance. Carissa Douglas, TTT News.
The Tobago self-governance bills will be brought to Parliament in 2024. This assurance was given by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley as he spoke at the late Hochoy Charles' funeral service on Thursday. He shared he knew Mr. Charles for 43 years and saw he was satisfied knowing he brought awareness about self-governance. Dr. Rowley indicated the call for internal self-governance was heard in all speeches made during the funeral service.
Sometime during this year, those bills will be put before the Parliament for the 41 members of Trinidad and Tobago's Parliament to vote on it on your behalf. And on that day and at that time, you will see who is running with the hares and hunting with the hounds and decide whether you can get internal self-government under conditions like that.
Dr. Rowley reflected on his experiences with Mr. Charles as he described him as an honest and humble man and one deserving of recognition.
I met Hochoy in 1980 and knew him then as a person of substance and of the highest quality. But most importantly, along the years, I too will join today and say that Hochoy Charles was a humble man. And that humility gave him a great vista, a great vision of being able to treat with and engage virtually anybody.
Among those present were President Christine Kangaloo, Chief Justice Ivor Archie, and President of the Senate Nigel De Freitas. Mr. Hochoy Charles was cremated at the Belgrove's funeral home.